Hey, look. Hey, Tamia, you in digital too. That's what I'm talking about. You already got a 10 beside your name too, so you engage. You know what you're doing on this app. Child, I had to figure it out. I've been doing this now for a whole year. I've been doing it for a year, and I swear I still always sometimes feel like I'm still at square one learning. What's up, Nancy? Hey, Newt Bud, Special K, Charles Sr. What's going on, y'all? Happy, what is today? Tuesday? Y'all, type where you from. Say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're coming in from. I'm Danielle. I'm a retired nurse. My name is Life After Nursing. Let me just put something out here right now before we get started. I ain't gonna telegram you, WhatsApp you. Somebody asks you to talk to them in those platforms. That ain't me, y'all. Just go on and block them, okay? I'm gonna get on that good old phone and I'm gonna get on Zoom with you because I don't play them type of games. I'm too grown. But y'all need to be careful because there's too many scammers out here. So I just got a call from somebody. Hey, Brother Dan. She actually is someone I've known from a previous business endeavor. I used to be a director in the Pink Cadillac company. And she called me and she sent me a screenshot and was like, hey, I've been communicating with you through this. Is this you? I was like, girl, no, that is not me. That is a fake one. It is called The Nurse's Journey Beyond. It's a cute name, though. But they have been cloning and using all of my videos. Look, I feel like if scammers use the same amount of energy that you use to be dishonest, to build an honest business, oh boy, they butts to be rich. But, you know, that's too much like right. Hey, Gina. Hey, Red. And so if you're open to another stream of income, you're in the right place. Because that's what I was looking for, y'all. I was exhausted and tired, just burnt out from the 12-hour shifts. You know, I'm a registered nurse. I've been one 19 years and I have 4 kids. And so my kids missed the better part of my youth. Okay, because I'm already past 40 and because I was working and I always felt burnt out and I started looking for things to do to make me money. So I did like network marketing. I did several MLM companies. I became directors in those companies, but it still didn't give me time freedom. I got a lot of money now. Let's be honest. One of the wellness companies I did, I made a lot of money because wellness is my thing. I'm a nurse. You cannot just shake that out of somebody, you know, especially when you went to school for 4 years, you worked in that field for 19, you don't wake up and forget all of your skills in healthcare. Okay. So when I went to that business, quite naturally, I did well. It gave me enough moolah to finally leave corporate America. Just maybe like 15 years too late, but hey, better late than never. And so I did that for a while. And then I got introduced to another business and I started it. And I realized that your girl loves multiple streams of income. Who in here like multiple streams of income? If you do, put me in the chat. Put me in the chat if you like multiple streams of income. And I feel like everybody should have multiple streams. We're in 2025. Let's just be real. I'm not going to, criticize anybody because let's just be real. Corporate America having jobs is what pays our bills. But it's nice when you find something else that makes you more than you make in your corporate job and you work even less. That's the point I'm at right now. And I get to share it with other people because it's nice. My daughter is now doing it and I'm being able to see her make money for her and her family. My other daughter, her and her husband, she used the digital marketing principles and applies it to her insurance business and she's doing well. And so I'm excited about this, y'all. And I just share with other people because I know I'm not the only mom or the only person who's worked in corporate America who just felt burnt out. And so let's create multiple streams of income together, y'all, because it is changing the trajectory of everything. If you just turn on TikTok, cut on the internet, sometimes I tell you, I feel like it's the new what'd you call them shows my mama be watching at nighttime? Not QVC, but what it's called, y'all, Home Shopping Network, HSC and something like that. I feel like sometimes it looks like that. But when it comes to business, though, we want to always keep an open mind and an open heart to listen to what it is. Hey, awareness, because I like your name, awareness. We want to be aware of what's out there. We don't want to ever have so many opportunities go past us. And years later, we're looking back like, ooh, I wish I had did that. Girl, look at Danielle. She a millionaire. My name Danielle, y'all. So welcome. If you just got here, welcome. Because I'm going to be a millionaire in this space in digital marketing. Mark my words, write down on your calendar for your own reference. But I want you to do it with me, okay? Because it's simple. It's something that, even me, and this is like a second career turn in life. In my 40s, I got grown children. And it's like, I'm able to do this and make money. My first 4 weeks of doing digital marketing, I made $5,400. And I said, hold please, what is this special thing I done found on the internet? I've been on the internet forever. Hey, Nancy. I've been wasting my good old life over here, y'all. Spending hours at night scrolling in the bed. Sometimes my husband will be over there looking at football or whatever little highlights he doing. And I'm just scrolling, right? laughing and giggling. And he always say they made the internet for people like you, because I be laughing. Sometimes it's so hard. I got to get up and pee, y'all. So I be like, okay, I'm just enjoying myself. But now I realize, stop using these websites and stuff for funny and get some money, because these young girls on here, the age of my kids in the 20s and teenagers, they over here making 6 figures. Some of them is turning that up in a month. If they can do it, guess what? I can do it too. It just lets me know what's possible. And that's what I want you to think, is think quickly. Just realize what is possible in this $1 billion space, because that's what digital marketing is, y'all. I'll educate you. I'll answer any questions you got. So don't feel like, hey, thank you so much for the Daily Heart Me, Chad. I appreciate it. Look, let me see if I can find a little sound effect. I want to clap for that thing. 45 points for giving me a Daily Heart Me. But it's like, I want to learn these skills. I want to do this. And I have learned that, y'all, I've been doing this for a year. I've had some months where I make $10,000, $12,000 a month. I had months where I'm $4,000 and $3,000. Sometimes it's a roller coaster. Let's just be honest. I wish it always stayed the same and more. And there's people who do. But I tell you, maybe a little difference between them and I. You're going to learn about consistency. You got to be consistent. And I ain't going to lie to y'all. I ain't as consistent as your girl needs to be. Okay? I'm not. Because I'm doing this for time freedom. So if I don't feel like doing it, then guess what Danielle don't do? I don't do it. And so I ain't go live yesterday. You got people who go live every single day, every time they wake up, pee, poop, and fart. They own this thing. That ain't me. Okay? That's not my story. Thank you, Boutique Shop, for all the hearts. And I'm going to tell you what. Don't let my story be your story. Because I have people who have purchased from me who out-earn me. And I love it. And I congratulate them. And I scream to the hills with them. And I say, let me hold $5. But it's your own business. You're becoming an entrepreneur. And so if you got your own products, that's great. You're going to learn how to scale it and sell anything. I don't care if you want to sell Raid to a roach. They're going to teach you how to be so good at doing that and marketing and selling. You can do that. If you don't even have a niche like me, I'm like, what in the world I'm going to talk about on here? Do I supposed to talk about the human anatomy and the body? I don't know. I'm a nurse. I'm a cardiac nurse. I did CVICU. Is that what I'm supposed to come on here and talk about? I couldn't figure it out. I was like, what should I do? So I ain't got no niche, y'all. I just live my whole good old life out here. Y'all will see me fishing. That was the picture I posted today. The next day, you're going to see me at the ballpark with these kids. The next time, you're going to see me, because that's part of my story. I'm living my own life and I'm free now. Me going to get my nails done and my hair done in the middle of the day, because now I ain't got to wait till the weekend. That's like my journey, my story. So you don't need a niche to start here, a niche or a niche, because I know some of y'all the grammar police. Y'all probably already like Danielle Ebonic, and I don't know what she supposed to be saying. Niche, whatever. I ain't talking about just one thing. That ain't your girl. I ain't got no page all about locks. I ain't got no page all about toenail polish. Okay? I just ain't got no niche, whatever you want to say. So you ain't got to have one either. I have learned that you can sell done-for-you digital products that you didn't even create. And that's what I do, y'all. And I have a great time doing it. And my bank account says, good for you, Danielle. You're doing a good job. And so that's what we like. Because I'm not the only person who was looking to make money out here. So when you get into these programs, you learn how to make money on the internet. I don't care if you're selling physical products or if you're selling digital products. I don't care if you don't want to show your face, if you don't want to use social media. Maybe you're just going to pay for ads. Maybe you're going to run free ads. That's your business. They're going to teach you all that. You grown. You're going to figure out what's best for you. I'm always switching things up as I'm learning, because I might learn and watch the videos this week and I'm learning about SEO. How many of y'all know what that is? So I know I didn't. Search engine optimization. That means I'm being very intentional. I'm typing in keywords on whatever platform I'm using, and I'm finding out what are people keying in. Like, no one's going to type in how to make $500 today. Well, they just may, but it ain't likely. They mostly going to type in how to make money online, how to make money from my phone, how to make money with Wi-Fi, how can I fire my boss today because I don't like them. People type in stuff like that. So when you create content, you look up what's the search through the search engine, whichever search engine you're using. Like I use TikTok a lot. So sometimes whatever I'm talking about, I type those keywords in and it'll say other search for. Y'all pay attention to that. I just take a screenshot, I copy it, and those become my trending hashtags because your hashtags gotta match what you're talking about. That's the way that the algorithm works in your behalf to push your content out to people who are searching for it. That's how we make all this money, y'all. And we don't need to have 50 million followers. You don't need that many followers, y'all, because there's people with thousands of followers and they broke as a joke. Okay? They ain't making no money because the people who follow them ain't interested in what they got to offer. So that's why it's all about learning and implementing. So every time I learn something, I implement it. And what I love about it is that I'm cool with not knowing everything. You're going to always continue learning, always keep learning. And that's what I realized in this space. I've been doing this for a year. And I'm telling you, every time I get on a train and I be like, oh, Lord, girl, you still got a whole lot to learn, and the program that I purchased got like tons of training. So I paid for courses and modules. So when you invest in yourself in this space, you're investing in a program, education, so that you can learn how to make money. If you're doing TikTok shop, I don't care if you're selling on Etsy, it doesn't matter. You want to learn how to make money on the internet. So these courses walk you through step by step, kind of understanding who are you? Why do you want to make more money? And put it in the chat, share with us. We just a little family here. Why do you want an extra stream of income? For me, I can share with you. I wanted more money because I ain't want to go work no more. Okay, that's it. Plain and simple. I ain't want to go to work no more, and I ain't want to take a pay cut. Okay, because being a nurse, I can make really great money. So I did not want to sacrifice my stress to be broke. I think that would make another stress. Yeah, that's the way my brain works. Like, yeah, well, I'm going to trade one stress for another. So I ain't want to be broke, right? So I'm like, yeah, that makes sense to me. So I wanted more money. That's it. You're a nurse too. You over it. Chad, I was over it probably like 6 years in. I ain't even gonna lie, about 6 years in, I was like, woo, Danielle, what we doing here? We need to do something else. And then I went and taught LPN students. So then I had to get certified to teach. And then I applied at a local community college and I did LPN students, which was fine. Being a preceptor, taking them in, education tests, watching grown-ups, making sure they ain't cheating. I'm like, look, I ain't got time to babysit y'all grown tails. Don't be in here cheating, I mean, it had its own joys and fun. I can honestly say that because they would bring me stuff at the end of the semester, gifts, and especially one semester I was pregnant and they threw me like a mini baby shower. That was the coolest thing ever. And I mean, it was just, I mean, you have all these ebbs and flows with nursing. You're going to always have good memories. But when you think back on them, a lot of stress that I was having, I didn't know I was stressed. I started having like anxiety attacks. Feel like my chest was caving in. I'm like, oh my goodness, can somebody check my CKMB and troponin? I need a chest x-ray. Let's make sure I ain't got no embolism. Like, blah, 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 blah. Your brain just go 50 million places. Let's do the Homans, Doppler. I want you to do everything. And come to find out, it was anxiety. It was stress. So I took Lexapro for a while, right? The doctor prescribed me and I was like, let me break this in half. I don't need all this. So I did that for a little bit. And then when everything started calming down mentally, I realized it was just a job. Had stressed me up to the heels. It had just stressed me out so much. And I just needed to pivot. And so really for your health, in my case, it was a health thing. It was also because I just was tired of going to work. Half the time when I got dressed to go, you don't want to go. You start feeling like, let me sit in this car a little bit longer, say a prayer, put my makeup on. And it's like, Danielle, you could have did all this at home. You was up in time. I don't know why. Something about sitting in that parking lot, taking a deep breath, watching other nurses walk in, getting their lunch out their cars and stuff. It was just like a minute to say, woo-sa. And then I would go into work. It's the craziest thing. I'm laughing now. Get off the elevator, child. Then I got to run to the time clock to swipe my badge. I'm like, you big dummy. You done sat there so long, then you about to be late and get a point. But I just needed something different. I just needed a break. And so that's why when I met a lady in the post office, I don't think I ever told y'all the story how I got into Mary Kay, right? So when I got into there, I had met a lady in the post office. She turned around and was like, oh, you're so pretty. Can I give you a free facial? I said, yeah, child, do a free facial. Gave her my address. Complete stranger. She came over to the house, did a facial, told me about the business. And she told me the business was $75. I said, oh, $75, child, I can do that. So I did a $75, paid for this little kit to be a business. And then I was like, well, how much money these people make? Of course, she showed me in the book something that's called national directors, which I knew nothing about. And they were making like $10,000 a month. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do that. So then I built and I became a director there in like 6 months and was broke as a joke. And I was spending way more money every single month. Okay, let's just put it there. I was spending $600 a month. And then after I became a director, I was spending almost like $1,500 every single month just to keep my unit afloat. That's a whole nother story, y'all. So I was spending a whole bunch of money every single month. Never made enough money to leave work, okay? So I was adding that to my plate plus working. So I was doing the 312s. And then on the weekends, I worked every other weekend. And then those weekends where I wasn't working, I was running around doing facials and house parties. And sometimes would walk home with $99. Make it make sense. I was like, oh my God, I could have went to work and made way more money than this. But I'm building for the long run. Just keep going. Just keep going. I did that for 3 years, trying to be faithful and sticking to it. Y'all, they don't make no money. And y'all, the car payment was $325. if you don't make production. So not only was I ordering $1,500 products, then you got car production if you don't make it. Ridiculous. The pink Cadillac directors, if they don't make production, they spending $900 a month for that little pink CTS Cadillac. Like, make it make sense. I'm like, go get you a Land Rover, go get a BMW, because that's what I went and got me an X7. I'm like, I could get more for this, bang for my buck, okay? So I'm just gonna say, ain't no moolah there. And then I moved to a wellness company, and that's the one that I finally made enough money I could leave corporate America. I started making over 6 figures there in my first year. So I was able to walk away, but that made sense. It resonated with who I was, and I love health related stuff. I tell people that all the time. You just can't walk away from something that's ingrained in you. And so now I've learned, since I got into digital marketing, about affiliate programs. If you're using something, and if they have a way that they will compensate you for sharing something that you love that's benefited you in your health, then do that. And that's what I do for Solex and Partner Co. Like, there are 2 wellness companies that I can do affiliate for, use their products and share it. And I do. Now, Melaleuca, that was the company I was with who kicked me out and shut my business down because I started a travel business. They don't let you do that. You cannot do other businesses. You can only do theirs only. They own you. You're their slave. Yeah. Yeah, they own you, but they just didn't tell you that they own you. Okay, yeah, that one. Yeah, I don't like them. So they took my whole entire business, y'all, and I was doing good, y'all. I had a team of like 1,000 people. Even when I didn't work, I've had checks where I did teetotally nothing, $6,900 a month, $5,800 a month, and I did nothing. I mean, I didn't make a phone call. I didn't talk to nobody. I didn't do a Zoom. I didn't do anything. And I had that because I had such a large organization of people ordering stuff. But when I started a travel business, they shut that down on me. And so just valuable lessons. Now I love affiliates because they let me do other things, okay? Because I'm an individual. I don't feel like as an adult I should have to tell you every time I pass gas. I don't think that's your business. I don't think you need to know what other ways me and my husband making money in our household. You ain't taking care of us. But in those companies, they feel like they own you. So lesson learned. I had to go through that in life. It is what it is. It hurt. It stinged. I ain't gonna lie. Your girl was hurt. Feelings was hurt, but a lesson learned. I'm not doing that no more. So now when I look at everything that I have here in digital marketing space, it fits who I am. It allows me to be free. It allows me to share sides of my life. Like, I love to exercise. I love to make smoothies. I just juiced before I got on here. I brought a watermelon and it won't sweet, y'all. So I just juiced the whole thing up, and I had some pineapple I had cut up, and I just added that in there. I should have made a video. That could have been content. See, you're going to learn about that. Everything is content, right? I should have used that because those are part of my life, and that's who I am and what I like to do. And then I get to branch it and build it with digital marketing because they teach you how to do that. All the skills of being able to go live, build confidence on camera, understanding the algorithm, posting 2-3 times a day, using different social media sites and what they have to offer so you can get monetized. I wouldn't know any of this if I didn't invest in a course. Now, the course that I started with was called DGC, Digital Growth Community. And if you want the information, help yourself, go get it. But you'll see it when you go to the link that's in my profile. When you click that, that's DGC. You'll be able to put in your name, your email address, and they're going to send you a blueprint. It's going to give you a lot of knowledge, though, to teach you how and the steps that you take to build a digital business. It's free. I started with that. Print it out if you want to, or just save the PDF, read it, start making adjustments to your profile, your bio. But that program itself, now I got 10 streams of income because of it. I love it. I ain't even gonna lie. I cannot see myself personally doing anything else outside of being able to just share and help other people build successful businesses on the internet. Now I think this is my sweet spot. I work this like an hour or so a day, and I don't see this little house up here. I would touch it and show you. Whatever time I just started the live, that's the first time that I can honestly say I've been working today, because the videos that I've posted today, the one where I'm in an orange outfit, how about it popped up on there and says, on this day? You know what that means? That was on this day last year. You know what your girl did? Hit post. I ain't did nothing. The video before that, girl, that was something that was already in the phone. So when I say that I work like they teach you 2 hours a day and less, that's what I do, y'all. That's exactly what I do. I don't plan on being 50 and 60 and looking beat up. I want to be 50 and 60 and somebody asks my daughters, is that your big sister? You see what I'm saying? I can't be stressing myself out no J-O-B. We ain't going to get them type of compliments, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't going to be looking like our children's sibling. I do want to look. I know some people say, no, I want to look like the mama. No, you can call me the mama, but I don't want to look like the mama, okay? That's what we're going to do right now. You know, they always laugh. We do go places, somebody might say, oh, is this your big sister? And I start smiling. They say, please shut up. Don't say that to her. I said, oh, they just being nice. I said, now check my ID. You know, like, make me feel young again, because them days is gone. But, you know, I can't find nothing else that's done this for me. And like I said, I've tried other things, and this is by far is the best thing ever. It's the best thing since sliced bread. You owe it to yourself just to look at the information, okay? What does free information do to anybody? Nothing. It ain't gonna hurt you. It's either gonna bless you, and it's gonna be the best thing you ever looked at, or you're gonna just stress over wondering, should I try something new? Could I be good at it? You know, don't think too far, y'all. I did enough of that for us all. When Chris, that's the lady who shared it with me, I looked at it more than one time. And I was like, ooh, I don't know. I got to build a team. That's because I thought I had to build a team. You're not building a team here, y'all. So you're not approaching nobody. And you see why that gives relief of stress? You got ID'd at the movie theater this weekend. Child, go on with your bad self. How you're getting carded, girl. Listen. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Fearless Fit Plus. Thanks. I lock my hair because I'm lazy. No, I ain't lazy. Time out. Pause for the call. Let me take back that word. You know, life is a beautiful thing, but words hold power. I wanted to save my time, child. Getting up every day, doing that hair, curling, flat iron, making sure I got twisted, look good, and ain't flying everywhere, and I'm looking like, who done it? I said, let me lock this stuff up. This is the best lazy do you can ever have. See, it is a lazy do, but I ain't lazy. See, it's a lazy do. Thank you. Child, I locked my hair up like 6 years ago. And I was like, yeah, I got to do something that's going to, you know, give me some peace and don't, you know. So if my husband say, boo, can we go somewhere? I ain't gonna be like, ooh, I ain't got no hair appointment. I can be like, oh, baby, let's go. You see? 50. Tanya, you 50. Tanya is 50 and still getting carded. I got a few more years to catch you, boo. Well, I ain't gonna never catch you, but I got a few years and I'll be knocking at the 50 right along with you. Child, Lord help us. Whoever thought? I tell you, and thank goodness for my mama jeans. I think I got like six gray strands. Can y'all see them? You can barely see them a little bit. I got a little bit here. I say that's my husband, my 4 kids, and my mama. They done all just gave me these gray hairs. That's where that came from them. I just love them. But yes, so that's what I do, y'all. So I just come on here. I answer questions. I do live Zooms too as well for like people who need in-depth information. I have made like a slideshow presentation. That way we can talk face to face. You can come off of mute, ask the questions that you have, just so you can see in real time. But that's all I do. And so digital marketing, I'm telling you, the creator of the program that I purchased, she's brilliant. Her name is Michelle. But she also makes it easy for people like me who just come from another career who need some hand holding. She does it's usually about 5 live weekly calls, right? These are live on Zoom. You get to raise your hand. You get to ask questions. On Thursdays, there's a Q&A evaluation of your page. You raise your hand. She does audits, gives you steps to implement. Plus, she does these things called 90-day runs. We're in the middle of one right now. Today is day 10 or 11. And we not only guided in how to do digital marketing, give you new steps of choosing your platform, but she's going to also give you hook ideas. So imagine trying to learn something new and still don't know how to make videos. That'll be kind of confusing. So she gives us hooks. And with those hooks, I'm just going to tell you what I do with them. She gives us hooks every day. I'm not going to say exactly what the hook is and how she explains it because someone else may do the same thing. I plug it into ChatGPT. If none of y'all have ChatGPT, please get it now. It's free, y'all. I use the free version. Hey, thank you for the heart me. Don't forget to claim your points before you go. Now, I personally take what she give me. I plug it into ChatGPT. Go get it, ChatGPT. Can someone type it in the chat for everybody else? So just in case somebody's on here, never heard of it, and I'm a little country and they don't know what I'm saying, but you do, they can go ahead and get the app. It's free. The free version is enough. You don't need to upgrade to the 4 or the 5. But what I do is, thank you so much. So when she gives the hook about being burnt out about a pain point or whatever, my pain point is nursing. Someone else who recently purchased from me, her pain point was standing behind the chair. Thank you, James, because she's a hairstylist and she's been doing that for 30 years. Thank you, Mayo. Thank you. They put it there so you can get it. Please get it. It's free. But when I plug it in, it's going to be applicable to me in my life because ChatGPT already knows who I am. ChatGPT has been the best business partner that I ever can have that I don't have to pay. Okay. I have plugged in everything that they teach you within the program. Like, tell ChatGPT who you are. Why are you doing this to make income? Who are you trying to help? Is there some people who are just like you? Sometimes people have a specific focus, like someone maybe a single parent, okay, single mom or single dad. And they're like, I know there's other single parents out here, or there's others who are living or starting a life after divorce, or starting a life after the loss of a spouse, or I'm dealing with raising an autistic child and just putting them in school is stressing me out and I'm worried. I get calls. You put all this in ChatGPT, and let me tell you what that thing will do. It's going to help you craft your message so well that your content is your content. So that's how come your page won't look like mine's and mine's won't look like yours. And that way, when the algorithm is going through and is scanning the keywords that you're using, it's not putting my video in front of the same people who are your target audience, because I mostly talk to healthcare workers, nurses, those who are burnt out corporate professionals, people who are former MLM network marketing, those who like a healthy lifestyle. You see, because that's the umbrella of who I am. So when my content comes out, it's in any one of those categories. Yours, if that's not what you're talking about and you're dealing with, you're someone who's maybe living life after cancer. You're beaten and you're going through treatment. Your keywords, the words that you're talking about, what comes out along with that hook, it's not going to match mine. So that's how everyone has their own audience and how people are in this space making so much money. There's over 5 billion people on the internet. Can you imagine how many would love to make money, but just don't know how? They don't know this wonderful world even exists. That's the crazy part. They don't even know digital marketing even is a thing that they can do to make money from home. I heard you talking about nursing, and I'm trying to leave education. Chad, you can do it. One girl that I do follow, she was a teacher for years, and she does digital marketing where she's actually live roughly about 8 hours a day. And I listen to her explanation. It's not my life. It's not what I want to do. I personally don't like to do more than 2 hours on live, meaning I might do 1 hour or I might do 45 minutes later. But that's very rare that you'll catch me do 2 lives in a day. When I say rare, Chad, I think it's been over a month ago. But she does 8 hours a day because she says, imagine if she was still working, she would have did 8 hours a day. But last month, I know she made over $265,000. The month before, I know she cleared over $230,000. Okay. Could you imagine, like just pause for the cause for a moment. If you made that much money in one 30-day period, there's people doing it. It's amazing. And so, but it's all about you. You see, she puts more effort, more time into her content. She's doing, she does a lot on Instagram and TikTok, and she does her lives and stuff. But that's the beauty of this thing. You can work it any way you want based on your time, what you got available. You know, it's up to you. And so for me personally, I already told you what I do. Okay. The program is going to teach you. You do your content, your 3 videos a day. Once you start going live, try to make it a habit of having a routine. So if you're going live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, stick to that because the algorithm knows it and it'll push more people to your room because of your consistency. All algorithms, it doesn't matter if it's YouTube, Fanbase, IG, LinkedIn, whatever you're using, they all reward consistency. So if you pick certain days of the week that you want to do it, great. If you're going to do every day, do that. They also favor time consistency. If you can be consistent with the same exact time, you're going to do better as well. Okay. Your girl here, I ain't got no shame in my game. I might do a 10 o'clock this week. Next week, your girl can't even do nothing but roll over at 10 a.m. because I ain't go to bed at 3 o'clock. Because that's just what I do. Sometimes it be 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm throwing a load of laundry in the washing machine. Then I'm like, Lord, I'm going to go and stay up until it's clean so I can put it in the dryer. So you think I'm going to roll over and do a live at 9? Ain't going to happen because your girl still watching the top of her eyelids. I ain't up. But that's my beauty of me being my own boss. You see, so each person is different. Everybody is different. Don't come in here and try to copy someone else. It ain't going to work. You do it according to what works for you, what resonates with you, what resonates with your family, especially if you have a family or a spouse. Some people do this because they just want an extra couple $100 a month. You can't afford them on that. That's nice. You got those who want a couple thousand. I said I wanted a G. Give me a cool $1,000 a month. That's gonna be good. But in the first 4 weeks of making income, I made $5,400. So I said, oh, okay, maybe, just maybe, we can make a lot of money here. You see, I had to adjust it. And so that's the cool thing about it. And not every month is the same. Like I'll have a $3,000 a month, turn around and have a $12,000 a month. And you're like, what? The next month 10, and that's fine. It's because you're financially savvy. All the skills that you're learning entrepreneurial skills, not thinking like an employee anymore. So yes, you have extra. You can travel more, take more vacations. You can bank it, save it, invest it. Don't blow your money. You see people who win the lottery and then 2 years later, you like, oh, they spent $14 million and they don't even know what they did with it. Don't do those people. Don't be those people. We are too old for that, y'all. We are being financially smart and savvy. So it's good whatever I do those months, because guess what? The next month it always picks up. It's kind of like ebbs and flows and cycles. That's why they teach you about it's called the KLT. It's know, like, and trust. As you show up on the internet, people see you consistent. They get to know you. Eventually they get to know your story. They may have some interaction. They get to like you before they trust you and purchase. So that's how come people have these ebbs and flows when it comes to their income. Some people just throw up their income all the time on the screen. Be careful. Don't just buy because they make. What do their money got to do with you? Just be mindful of that. So what? He made $5 million. Good. Everybody can make money in this space. Let's just be clear. Meaning you as well. So don't get hung up on the shiny object of, this person makes this much. They got the same exact program that they're using to make that money that the next person does. Hey, Lunch with Rhonda. Thanks for coming in. Yes. So what programs do you have? I'm just be honest, Chad. You said, what do I have? You're a whole lot. But the ones that I promote and I love the most is DGC. It's Digital Growth Community, because it's so beginner friendly. Now, you make 100% profit too. So every time that you sell it, you make 100%. They have 4 programs in there that you can choose from. Some people start with the $100 program and they got P plans with it. Some people do the $300. If you do the $300, you can sell the 3 and the 1. If you purchase their $600 program, you can sell the 6, the 3, and the 1, giving you 3 streams of income. Their $900 program comes with license and certification to resell digital products. That one, you got 4 streams of income. You can sell the 9, the 6, the 3, and the 1, and you make 100% profit. Now, the one thing that I don't like, but it's not bad. It takes some people maybe like 2 hours or so. There's a little setup process to program your PayPal or your eBay, whatever. I mean, not eBay, PayPal or like Square that you're going to get paid. You want your money to go directly into your checking account. And it's a little setup process. And it takes maybe some people about 2 hours, right? Then I also have one that's called DWA. Now, Digital Wealth Academy is slightly different. It's $497, but you make 85%. Okay, every time that you sell it, you make 85% profit, which is good. So it sells for $497. You make $422 every time you have a sale. And there's no setup with that. It's instant access immediately. You have an affiliate link. So I added it because of that. It's really good for those who are more self-starters, don't need daily hand-holding, because that doesn't come with daily hand-holding. However, they do have 1 to 2 weekly training calls per week, and they're good too. They're interactive. You get to raise your hand, you get to ask questions, and you're going to be learning. It's really good too. So I love both. That's the difference between the two. And I understand that people have different learning styles. And so that's why I have both that I can, share based on what people's needs are. And so, yeah, but DWA for, if you want instant, you're like, Danielle, I really don't have a tech bone in my body. I don't even know what Control C and Control V is. That means you can't copy and paste, child. Time out. You need to look at the information for DWA. But if you say, you know what, I would like to make 100%. I did 100% of the work. I make 100% profit. Then, hey, I can definitely copy and paste and set something up. Then you get the information about DGC, okay? Because it's absolutely amazing. They're both equally beautiful programs that's put together. I have at least 6 programs. I've been stopped promoting all the rest. I just simply use those for maybe a little knowledge or some nugget in it, but I also share whatever nuggets I get out of it with people. Like I have a program that I purchased, like 7,000 done for you reels. I gift that to people who purchase from me if they tell me they want to do faceless. There's no need for you to go ahead and pay the $200 for the course. I'll give them to you. You know, so there are things that I've gotten from those other ones, which has allowed me to just be more giving to those who purchase these two, which I know I don't have to think twice and wonder, will someone buy this from me and will they be able to have success? Will they be able to duplicate what's being done? Can they make money for their families? You know, I don't have to second guess with these two at all. There is no guesswork. They're proven systems, a lot of help, and that's what I care about. I care about people being able to make it work and do it, okay? And so, yeah, Fearless Fit. So those are the two. Hey, Asama, welcome in. Thank you so much for the connection. I appreciate it. So, yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, thanks for asking, because somebody else might have the same question. So I'm glad you asked. And somebody over here might be saying, I don't see no questions on the screen. Well, I do have Fearless Fitted Plus. She's on my other one, Diva Nurse RVA, because I just came off of a suspension, a 3-day suspension on TikTok. And I haven't finished reading the new community guidelines. They updated them on the 13th as well as the 18th. And I don't know if it came from me holding up a whiteboard. That's why I didn't do it today. But typically, I have no problems. I hold up the whiteboard and I'm able to share with people. Thank you, Nikki, for the connection. I'm able to share with people exactly what I have, you know, and to see which one fits them. And it's no big deal. The other day I did it. As soon as I held the whiteboard up, the screen just went completely black. And it said false engagement. Like I'm causing people to engage and then to leave the site. So I hit the appeal button and I waited, and it said that unfortunately you lost the appeal. That's the one downside of dealing with just computer only and not a real human being, because a real human would have been able to look at it, see it instantly, and that's it. But even when it's AI, we love it. We got a love-hate relationship. I love the fact that we're able to build businesses now all over the world for free. You know, because none of us are paying to use these social media platforms that we use. And so that's why it's really good to look at the community guidelines and follow them, because then you don't ever have to worry about that. So in a nutshell, so because of that foolishness, your girl has 2 pages, okay? So I have Life After Nursing. That's my original page. I do not go to Telegram and WhatsApp. If anybody starts messaging you and all that, Telegram, WhatsApp, that's not me. I can communicate with you through the DM here, or eventually I'll just send you over my phone number, my Zoom link. You schedule, we do a one-on-one. That way I'm able to see you, talk with you, answer your questions in real time, face-to-face. But just know that either that's how it's going to take place. Email, you know, my first email that comes to you, if you just reply back to it, any questions you have, I'm going to always respond. Or we're going to communicate DM or Zoom or the telephone. Okay. And I got this raspy voice, so you're going to know it's me. Okay. So, and that's why I say, if you really scared, okay, get the computer and just touch the Zoom link and meet me on Zoom, because that way you really get a chance to see. Right. Hey, Patricia, welcome in. I'm Danielle, retired registered nurse in Virginia. I just needed something different, and this has just been a blessing. I absolutely love digital marketing. I love sharing it with others. I love helping them get their businesses started, and it's just been the best ride I've ever had. Hey, girl, hey. Yeah, so it's so fun. I enjoy it. I get to just be me. And I feel the same way about anyone who gets started. Just realize your gifts needs to be shared with the world. No one else can be you but you. So share it. Whatever you're going through in life is not unique to mankind. Someone else somewhere has experienced it, is going through it. Your words of wisdom, your knowledge, your expertise, transferable skills you have from jobs. I mean, all of that you can bring right into this space. So that's what makes it even more unique and cool. I love it. All right. Anybody got any questions for me? Or did I answer? I try to answer them as I see them. Try to answer them all as I go. Thank you, Patricia. All of these roses. They gave me a sticker with a heart on it. It's so pretty, y'all. Sorry, y'all can't see it on this one. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. She got a 17. Chat, I got a number 10. And I've been engaging away these past couple days, and I'm still at 10. So TikTok, let's do something about that. Let's bump me up to number 11, y'all. Bump me up to 11. I want to be with Fearless Fitted Plus. I'm trying to be, I'm saying the country, 50 plus, so that I can at least go to number 11. Because that gives you more push. You know, the higher your numbers is, the better it is for your account and your page. And so if you don't have any numbers behind your name, it's okay. Just start engaging. If you go in live, just tap the screen. That's free. You see how those couple hearts are flying? Just touch the screen. That helps you as well. That gives you points as well as the creator. If you have coins, like you went to TikTok/coin, pay TikTok 1 cent when you go in people lives, like do the daily heart meet at the top, touch the heart, get those 45 points for yourself and claim them before you leave the live, because you got 24 hours to claim your points or you lose them. So just make sure you're mindful of that. Claim your points and just start working on building it up. Oh, okay. If you got any questions, just, reply to the first email you get or reach out to me. All right. And then we'll connect in. But yeah, so do that to help build your account, y'all. It really helps. Okay. That's the engagement part of TikTok. TikTok is big on engagement. They do everything based on engagement. That's why some people don't tell you, but the point system is important. Know the point system. It's very simple. You get 1 point for hearts. Like when you tap a heart, when you're in live. With the points, what it does, Digital Marketing Savvy, is it bumps your account up. So when you create content, it determines how much push and reach you get and how many people's FYPs you show up on. So they start categorizing you based on your engagement. It's a blue little number that comes up beside your name. So in your back, like if you touch the Daily Heart Meet at the top, sometimes you'll see a bar and it'll tell you you're 1,000 points away from your next level up. And that's good to know, because then when you come on the app that day, you're focused on engagement. You're making sure you're going in people's lives. Do the things that give you the most points first. Daily Heart Meets, right? The point system is 1 point for hearts. You get 2 for a comment. You get 3 points if you share it, copy the link, or that. You get 3 points for that. You get 4 if you watch videos all the way to the end. So just speed it up if you need to. You get 5 if you rewatch a video. So sometimes you'll hear creators say things like, hey, when you see this video, make sure you engage from the bottom up. It's going to give you better numbers. It will. You know why? Because if you watch it from the bottom up, what happens? When you share it, then that's 3 points. When you save it, that's 4. I'm sorry, saving is 4. Sharing is 3. They know that. So that's more points. And when you go to the point system inside of TikTok, it tells you if you get to 50 points within the first hour of your video being posted, you get another round of push on the FYP. So the goal is to always get to that 50 points as quickly as possible. So it doesn't matter how you engage. The points is going to be the amount of points. They don't change, but creators understand that they're going to get the highest point on their videos if they tell you to do it from the bottom up, because the bottom up gives them the most points. 4 for the save, 3 for the share, 2 if you comment at least 5 words. Don't do emojis if you can avoid it. Try to make sure you got 5 words that's in connection with whatever their video is about, and then make sure you heart it. But now they changed it in like April or something, that they allowed you to tap the screen multiple times on a recorded video. So like a recorded video now, you can watch it and you can tap away on that video now, and it gives you points and the creator. So that was nice. That was new they did. They added it just like the live. So lives, you can tap the screen and do the same thing. So now they've added that to the content. But if you just follow those things, that's how you're going to get more points for yourself, and you help the creator. And so TikTok is one of the ones that do have the equal point system. The same points is for the creator as well as the giver. So that's pretty nice too. And the first coin you get with a heart meet though, that penny goes to TikTok, and you make 50% of a penny, if that makes sense. So if someone gives you 2 coins, like 2 roses, you make 1 cent. It's going to be 1 cent on your account. That's why people be like, oh, they love when they get the 99 cents, because they make 50 cents for that. So it's really nice to see the stuff add up. And then they added recently some new things to give you more popular push on the FYP with the last update. They added the popular arrow, and they added something else. So it's like at the bottom of the screen. I can't see it because I'm the one that's live doing it, but it's like at the bottom, and it looks like a pocketbook, or like it's like beside the share. It's like beside the share, and it'll be different gifts in there. And so in there, you can see it can be not what the creator requested in the live, but it'll be like the popular vote. The popular vote coin, it actually gives you 2 points. It gives you 2 points. And it gives that creator more reach. It pushes them out further on the FYP, the popular vote do. So it's just something they testing out. And so it's nice to look at it and see. It's just interesting. Like, also within the program, I've learned about email marketing. So that's why I say, if you truly are interested, go get the information. You're going to get emails. It's you're in my system, right? But the first 30 emails I didn't write. The company writes them. So you get a chance to see what will go out in your behalf if you had an automated business that runs for you 24/7. It's nothing like it to wake up and have sales in the middle of the night. I'm going to tell y'all, it's a good feeling. I've been in Sam's Club shopping and have had sales come through. And it's like, oh, throw some more pecans in the basket. You know, it's exciting, y'all. It's fun. And to think that it's something that people want, they need, they're learning from, they're building their own businesses. They've never been entrepreneurs. Their parents haven't. They're going to be the first people in their family to ever have consistent $10,000, $20,000 months. You can be the very first person in your family to have $10,000, $20,000 months every single month. Why not? Too many people, you can do it. And I love it. This thing is not oversaturated. It ain't going to ever be oversaturated. I mean, because there's 5 billion people on the internet, it would have to be over 50 million people doing digital marketing. That's crazy, right? Just wrap your head around it. It's ridiculous. I mean, like, that's just 10%, 50 million. But the 5 billion people on the internet. But like saturation is over half the amount. That would have to be like 3 billion people doing digital marketing for it to be saturated. Y'all, this thing is wide open. That's why we here. Learning these skills, putting it with any business ideas we have in the future or even now, and making moolah. Making moolah. Thanks for coming in here, y'all. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Danielle. I'm a retired nurse in Virginia. I have just been making money from my phone since July of last year. Nursing can't afford me. For one, they're not going to pay me what I make. Second, they're not going to let me come in for an hour a day and just mosey on about my business. They're not going to let me work in pajamas. Okay. They're not going to let me work on the beach. I can't work from anywhere. So that's what I like about this. You see content creators, they be in the grocery store, plug up, record. They in their car. Child, you can't do that no job. You got to be there. You got to clock in. You don't have to do that. Digital marketing is not that way. So that's what makes it so cool. It's a flexible lifestyle, very flexible. Just be consistent with it, and the results are sure to follow. Well, I ain't going to hold y'all all night long. Anybody got any questions, though? Because before I go, I don't want to hang up and somebody's like, oh, I just wish I had access. If you got a question, please just say, yes, I got a question. So first off, so I chillax and don't hang up. But let me know. Let me know. Anybody? No? All right, then. Going once, twice. I enjoyed y'all. Thank y'all so much for engaging, for the hearts, the taps, the likes. When will you be on next? Oh, Cynthia. Why would you ask me that? Okay, Cynthia. What is today? Tuesday. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Let me see. Tomorrow. Oh, maybe I can pull my Google Calendar up here from my phone. Look, I got to tell y'all something, too. Since we friends now. I feel so at peace. I went and finally did my taxes from last year. Me and my husband, we went and did our taxes today. Woo, child. I know, judge your mama. I know they was due March 15th for business. We went ahead and paid for the extension and just paid some money in case, we owed a lot. And now I feel free. So let me look at my calendar. I might be able to get my booty up and go live tomorrow. Hold on, let me see what time. So today is the 23rd. Tomorrow, I'm going to the gym and take HIIT at 12:15. That's what I got on my day planner. And that's it. That sounds good. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going live tomorrow at 10:50 a.m. I'm going to put it on the schedule right now. 10:50 a.m. event. I'm typing it in on my Google Calendar. Go live at 10:50. I can do 10:50 now. Because I ain't no morning person no more. 10:50 a.m. Yep, that's what time I'm going live tomorrow. 10:50 to 11:50. 1 hour. And in that way, it said the 23rd. No, tomorrow's the 24th. All right. That's when I'm going live tomorrow. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and set it up. You can schedule your lives, right? So what I'm going to do now, when I get off of here, I'm going to go in, I'm going to hit the button, and schedule my live for tomorrow. And then that way it'll be on all my videos that tomorrow I'm going live at 10:50 a.m. And then as soon as I finish, so I'm going to be dressed for the gym, because when I finish, I'm just going to go straight to the gym and take HIIT. High intensity, I don't know what it's standing for. High intensity training? But what's the other T for? I don't know. I hope it don't make me have no heart palpitations, jumping all around. But I'm going to go take it now. And we're going to go take that tomorrow at the gym. All right, y'all. Well, hey, Taylor. Well, I will see some of y'all tomorrow. Bring your questions, especially if you look at the information night and you got questions. Bring your questions for me tomorrow morning. And I look forward to seeing you and meeting you tomorrow. All right. If you just got here, you ain't missed much. Okay. You can go see this stuff on YouTube. So I'm going to download this live when I get off of here. And then I'll upload it to my YouTube channel. Then you can go look at it from today. Okay. All right, it's going to say, what I got my shirt say today? This is the truth, y'all. Let me flip this camera around. Mute, mute, mute. Here, what is that? Shoot for the moon. Land amongst the stars. They don't say that, but I'm adding that remix. Shoot for the moon. That's what we doing here. We shooting for the moon, but we're going to land amongst the stars. See y'all later. Bye.